Far in the future, on a bright spring morning, Izuku thinks back to the war. He remembers Operation Troy, the hero's big chance to even the fight against the villains. As he holds a cherry blossom petal, he recalls the climax of that battle, where the winds were raging fiercely. Back in the present, All Might continues his battle of endurance against the rewinding All for One. He races through city alleys, using tentacles and floppy suction pads to swing and grip the walls, making sharp turns to stay ahead. He knows that if he keeps dodging, All for One will eventually grow bored of simply attacking. All Might is badly hurt and tired, but he arms himself with Shoto and Tailman. He tells himself that if he wants to really hurt All for One and speed up his rewinding, then he'll have to use a risky move that requires huge energy. Looking to the sky, he calls on Anima, two robotic bird drones, to support his big plan. All for One suddenly appears in front of him, saying he already knows the plan won't work. He spreads his arms and sends out countless rivet-stabbed tendrils. All Might barely dodges and escapes. The villain grows massive plant-like heads from his tendrils to block All Might's path. Diving into the underground catacombs, All Might calls him a liar, but All for One insists these attacks barely drain his energy. The villain then slams All Might in his old injury, sending him crashing and coughing blood. Still, All Might retaliates by trapping him with Tentacle and blasting ice into his body with Shoto. Looking at the stormy sky, All Might tells All for One that even if his own light fades, another will take it up, shining brighter, and that he doesn't feel like he'll lose. Meanwhile, at the site where Operation Troy began, Kuneta has captured Fat Gum and the other heroes. His plants feed on their bodies, even stealing Fat Gum's lipids. Though heavily beaten, can't stop twinkling, Yuga Aoyama remembers the gift of his sparkle belt from his parents. Inspired by his classmates' light, he fires waves of unstable naval lasers. Kuneta mocks his poor aim, but then Invisible Girl, Toru Hagakure, reflects the lasers with her warp refraction, blasting Kuneta down. At the same time, the Anima drones power up a giant cannon. Hercules confirms the connection and fires a huge laser named Can't Stop Twinkling directly at All for One. The blast scorches him violently, while All Might sacrifices parts of his suit to dodge at the last moment. The laser overheats, but All Might demands it keep firing. To hold All for One in place, he uses sound waves from earphone jack and shields himself with a resin coating from Invisible Girl. The plan costs him dearly as he loses Tailman in both legs. Even then, All for One breaks free and smashes All Might away. The villain gloats that All Might has lost everything. But suddenly, his body freezes. From above, Stain arrives, licking All for One's blood to trigger Blood Curdle. All Might, smiling again, realizes he has backup as Stain cheers him on to finish the fight. Meanwhile, Invisible Girl restrains Kuneta, while Aoyama notices that Toru is becoming visible. Embarrassed, she hides, but realizes her quirk is glitching because Aoyama's naval laser awakened in the battle. Aoyama, however, is calm. He asks her to help him burn away Kuneta's roots so they can save the victims. Looking up at the stormy sky, he smiles and declares that today will be his last day as a UA student. And that's the end of this episode.